So what is it like to drive? Well, this is a 2-liter 4-cylinder motor making 186 bhp of power, and it is mated to a ECVT gearbox. It makes around 250 newton meters of torque as well, and it is a hybrid electric, of course. So it keeps on switching between electric and petrol. If you're really stuck in traffic all the time, like you would be in most Indian cities during peak hours, it will be in electric mode most of the time. But if you end up spending way too much time in the cities as well, what will also happen is that it will switch to the so-called generator mode, where the engines will charge the battery, and once the battery reaches to a certain extent, it will keep on then switching back to electric as much as possible to save you fuel. And there are 3 driving modes, where there is eco, city, and performance. Sport, where it gives you more throttle response, more power, and more immediate responses as well from the accelerator. So we tested the car in eco mode most of the time, and while we did some sporty runs as well, we could end up getting almost 13 to 14 kilometers per liter in the city, while the highway numbers could jump. We saw the lowest was 14, while as we were maintaining 120, 130 kilometers an hour. Meanwhile, the best fuel efficiency number on the highway we got is 17 kilometers per liter, which I think is fantastic, because we were somewhere between 80 and 100. So that is a very good number for such a big hybrid electric MPV. And this makes it really good, because it is quite tall, quite big, quite wide, and it is carrying a lot of passengers and all of that. And despite having petrol, you're getting the efficiency almost of a diesel. This is a step in the right direction. This is how you move forward. This is how you take the game forward. This is truly a replacement for the diesels, but then again, you can't match the charisma of a diesel, in the way it drives, and it appeals to a certain set of enthusiasts. So that is a story for a different day. Right now, drivability is good enough. The refinement is fantastic. Road noise and wind noise is kept just well in check. It could have been a bit more higher, considering the fact that this car can cost almost 30 lakh rupees on road. And the other part, of course, is the handling, where what you can also see that the steering is fantastically light and precise when you want it. It gets heavier on the highway as well. Parking at parking speeds, the car also feels really nice. It's easier to move, and that deserves a very special mention, because the steering is just right in any of the variants of the car. And we've tested a normal petrol variant and hybrid variant, and the steering is really good. So that is fantastic. Body roll is well in check. It's a front wheel drive car, and the ride quality and stability also is quite good. So there is there are 2 cars in this segment, and 2 identical cars, such as the Hycross and the Invicto. So both these cars ride very similarly, because one has a 17-inch wheel and one has an 18-inch wheel. I'm just reminding you of the fact that there is a badge engineered version of each other. So that's that. Apart from that, body roll is well in check, and it is very good to drive. It feels very light on its feet, but yet very stable. It is just a car that is so easy to drive, so easy to live with, so much more practical, and it is bulletproof, reliable. And this is something we've seen in both the cars, such as the Invicto and the Hycross, both whichever is appealing to you, because we are in a unique position where we've driven both these cars pretty much back to back. We can tell you that you can't go wrong with either of them. They are expensive, but they're set to hold their resale value really well, and regardless of either of these cars, you are not going to be disappointed at all. This car commands a lot of resale value, a lot of hype in the market, and the kind of fuel efficiency it delivers, and the way it will cut down your driving cost to a very large extent. This is totally worth it. This is the move in the right direction, and this car really impresses while driving. So that is it. That is what it's all about. Really impressed with the driving part, really impressed with what the car entirely has to offer. Of course, quality could have been better, but that is the only gripe that we have. Apart from that, everything seems to be spot on, and that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on our website and social media for everyday updates. Until then, goodbye.